it.
Yeah, we're winging it, yeah.
I don't know.
Winging a prayer.
I don't know what to say today, honestly. I don't have anything sort of happening. And, we've had some questions, of course, but I don't know if they warrant answering some of them. But,
I don't want to get down on anybody. We've been having a good day.
Yeah, we're busy, man.
Getting the studio right, and getting the house. Every day is something new.
Well, the whole house has to be painted. I mean,
no, that's not happening.
No,
now.
The whole inside
is
painting.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of decoration ideas that I'm going to be doing. It's just going to take a long time. It's not going to happen quickly, I can say.
Yeah, now we're going to. The place is white, and it's going to be covered in ivy, and so it should be quite beautiful in a few years. It's beautiful now anyway. But so we've been doing things like that, and
planting.
And with this, it's a big old rambling place, and we find new things every day. I was just out looking in one of the storerooms in another little part of the building, another outbuilding. And I found all these original shutters and then screens. And so we managed to get these beautiful old shutters and put them kind of everywhere out here. And in the studio, I thought really
And you got your B3 cranked up today, however, it's got something wrong with it.
Oh, yeah. I got it fired up. It wouldn't corral. And then it went crazy. So I was like, oh no, man! I should have taken it to see Bob Orman before I left Austin. So now I got to figure out, anybody on their way someplace, coming by my house that can fix the B3.
He's the guy.
He's the guy though, Bob Orman in Austin. He's the guy for Hammond B3s. Any organ needs, that's for sure.
Oh,
I'll be figuring out a way to get it to him. That's how good he is.
He's a total gear guy. His entire garage is all gear. I love it.
Yeah.
Wires everywhere, cut up pieces of things.
It's kind of like mine. It's full of artwork. His is full of keyboards and tubes and stuff.
Like my studio too.
Part of the craft,
Yeah.
Other than that, not very exciting.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Well, it's a full day and at a slow pace, in a small town.
Yeah, we got our guy Javier who comes to help us out.
Yeah, Javier. Great. Yeah, he's great.
It's a lot of fun. Works hard and helps us out. So
he does all the things that I used to could do, but can't really do anymore.
We just don't want you getting hurt.
No, I don't need to be messing with no chainsaws and all that stuff again. No. I survived that one deal, farm life, What was that?
You are not good on the farm.
Oh, man. I hung in there for a long time, though.
Here was one of the questions somebody did ask was, why is it that the older artist will come along and have some kind of top 40 hit? I can tell you why, but you got any ideas?
Well, the things always go in cycles. It's just music, fashion, everything goes in a cycle.
They always want you when you're young, and then they want to toss you when you get older.
And you just have to wait it out,
Well, some people, what they do is they try to hook you up with some other writers and things like that so that they can help you have something happen, and then you can get some money.
No. You evolve, You just have to live it out.
I think that's kind of like what happened with Mae Axton in a way. She got sick and tired of hearing all that nonsense, and she wrote some great songs and ended up writing Disco Duck and had the biggest hit with this song.
Yeah. And she was Hoyt's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoyt Axton, he was a good man.
Yes, he was.
He wrote Easier Pain for me, just for me for my second album. Great guy.
Well, can you explain that? Talk about that. How did that come about, really?
I really don't know. He knew my manager and Jimmy Miller's manager, George Gripe. And he came in the office one day and he said, I wrote this song last night for you, And you always hear all that, But Hoyt's a great songwriter.
Oh, yeah.
And he at that time, he was riding high with, Joy to the World and with Three Dog Night. And he was a great songwriter. Could never make it as an artist, just because he's a great big old guy. And he kept his acoustic guitar under his arm, and he wrote these great songs. And
artists are never happy, are they? Seems like.
No.
He wanted to be a rock and roll star, right?
Yep. The last time I saw him, he was getting out of a Rolls Royce that he was driving, and he said, Bobby, he says, they paid me $250,000 to say Bush. The Anheuser-Busch Company paid him $250,000 to say Bush, and he said, and I can't get arrested as a musical.
Yeah, he was having a hard
He couldn't get his songs out. People wasn't buying into it, Work your fingers to the bone, what do you get? Bony fingers. I mean, he wrote some funny stuff and some great songs, But I talked to him for a while, when he moved out to Montana or someplace, or Wyoming, someplace like that.
He moved way up north.
Yeah.
He'd come to see Delaney and was not doing well. Delaney was just freshly sober, and that killed it right there.
Oh, wow. They weren't coming to visit,
Yes, that's what happened. It sure is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think he must have felt bad about it. He was arrested right after that. And
well,
that's when he got
sobered
clean.
up and
That's when he
cleaned
got
his act up before he passed away.
Yeah, but he was, I spent some time with him there alone, and he was just a lovely man.
Yeah, but I'll talk to him.
I really liked him a lot.
Every now and then, just needed to have me a little Hoyt Axton fix, There's a deep voice, real low voice.
Yeah.
But I don't really have anything spectacular to talk about, and all that rock and roll stuff will always be the same,
Well, another question was, and I've asked you this long time ago, is perhaps stupid, but a lot of people like to know this kind of stuff. What did you guys eat on the road as the Dominoes? When you were out on the road, did you have catered food?
Lord, no. Because, only a couple times did we have limos. It was all, station wagons and sandwiches,
Really? Were you stopping along the way and buying sandwiches and
yeah,
gas stations?
We weren't catered to. Well, when they Atlantic through party for us in New York City, of course, all that stuff laid out. But when we were on the road, it's just like, you're staying at the Holiday Inn. What are you going to eat? Holiday Inn food. And it wasn't no 4-star.
Do you remember any of the food that you ate?
No, they would always have some fruit, and sandwiches backstage for us, and some wine and some beer and water. That was it,
Nobody had any special.
We didn't have black bubble gum and all that stupid shit. These people, only blue jelly beans and all that stupid nonsense. No, we were out there taking care of business.
Right.
We weren't out there to dine. We were out there to lay it on down. And that's what we did. That was a great band out there, because the Dominoes. On our worst night, we were the best band on the planet. That's for damn sure.
No.
Eric lucked out at the right time with getting Jim Gordon and Carl Radle and me. They couldn't have had a...
You guys were tight. You've been together a long time.
Oh, we had been playing. Yeah, we were tight, and already, because we've been doing that thing with Delaney. and that kept you really focused. You know, I'm real fortunate to have been around all those great musicians and have been exposed to all of these great players. You know, I mean, right? I could Jerry McGee, guitar player, and Eric Clapton. It's just Delaney Bramlett. I mean, it's just so many people. You know, Leon Russell. So many people come to mind.
Jim Keltner.
That I'm. I don't know. I guess I fed from musically. You know, and I'm glad that I'm.
Well, what do you think of your Capricorn days?
Not much. I really don't.
You don't like talking about it.
I mean, it was the only place that I could go then. And I guess they did what they could do, you know. It wasn't Southern rock, you know, but I just wanted to play. I didn't care if it was in Macon, Georgia, or New York City, or Los Angeles, California, or England. I just wanted to play, but I couldn't get anything done in England, you know. So when I came to America, I was just about to go back to England and talk to Robert Stigwood and see about getting my everything rolling. And I looked at a Rolling Stone magazine, and there was a photograph of Phil Walden, and they were talking about Capricorn Records and the Allman Brothers Band and breaking out in Macon, Georgia. And so I thought, well, hell, he's the only somebody that would understand where I'm coming from, you know, being from Macon and dealing with the Allman Brothers. I called him and he said, "Why don't you just come on down?" You know, so hell, I just moved. I just moved down to Macon, you know, lock, stock, and barrel. And it was good years, you know, but it really wasn't. I wasn't part of that whole thing, even though they all loved playing on my records, you know, Dickie Betts and everybody. But I got to meet my buddy Chuck Lavelle. He played on some of my stuff. Mm-hmm. So all great players, you know.
Well, do you feel like you fit in anywhere in particular? Because I know we're in Austin and we didn't really fit into the Austin scene.
No, the only place we ever really fit was right here at home, you know.
Well, you know, when we did, as long as Stephen Bruton was there, because
when Stephen was here,
as soon as he
worked
died,
with an 11-piece band, you know.
As soon as he was gone, it was over.
Yeah,
he was the only one who sort of understood.
Yeah, I've never really tried to fit anywhere, you know, and I've never been ahead or behind in my time. I've always been exactly where I need to be at the moment I need to be there. Right now, it's right here.
Well, of course.
You know, talking with you right now.
But there was something that you read me the other day, and I felt exactly the same. It was George Harrison said that he felt fine, but as soon as he walked out of the gates of his home, he was like, "What in the world am I doing in this place?"
Yeah.
And he would
what
have
am
to
I
go
doing
home.
here?
Yeah,
you
he
know?
didn't feel comfortable in the world.
No.
I can relate to that.
We all need our own space, you know, and we have our own space, and we feel comfortable. This is our nest, you know.
Well, home. I mean, out in the world, it gets crazy, as people know. We're all aware.
And it's like, what in the world's going on here, you know?
And it's getting crazy.
I must say that, you know, that this, where we are now, is a little more sane than where we just left. That's for dang gum sure. And I just spoke with a friend today, and he told me, just since you guys have left,
1 month.
1 month, Austin has changed dramatically.
Every day.
Every day, in 1 month. Oh, no, they can have all that.
You would have had to have been there for years to understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, it was not the quaint little best kept secret in the world. You know, when we went to Austin, nobody was going to Austin, Texas.
They just started to come in, and
yeah,
you know.
And
but now it's all these high tech, you know, all these people that just they don't care about musicians.
No,
they don't care about music.
They don't care about any of the arts, you know. High tech, low tech, no tech, you know. Go tech.
Anyways, boy, I really got you way off the track of the Capricorn thing and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, well, you know. So it's history. All that stuff is history now. You know, but no, Phil Walden told me when it was time for me to go. He said, well, he was running. He was hoping that they put a bunch of money behind the Jimmy Carter. All right, Capricorn did like well over $1 million to his campaign.
At that time,
and so Phil thinking that he's going to be like governor, you know, Georgia. Right. That didn't happen, you know. So yeah, well.
A lot of stories behind that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Well,
it's nice having this little chit chat.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
A biento. Lay down while we film. No? Hang on a second. You do. You feel me?